Hey folks, Sean here, just with another tutorial that I was hoping to demonstrate a little bit. That's my server in the background, just in anarchy mode, which is cool. People are on, and that's nice. Without me dispatching, which is a little bit less stressful sometimes, especially on certain nights. Gives me the freedom to move around if I want to, but anyways. What I wanted to talk about in this tutorial was the RTS website. And some people have had issues with it. Some people don't read. Some people don't know where to read. Since I've gone 24/7, basically, and you can see people are chatting right now, and I don't have to worry about it, which is kind of cool at times. Like when I want to put a tutorial. So this is the main website, and if you're not in high definition, this is being sent out to high definition and should be up Monday night sometime. So put it in high definition, 720, if not 10 whatever, 1020, 1040. Basically it all starts here. If you're not a member, first of all, you don't have to become a member yet to view the information. A lot of this information is available to non-members. Like you see right now, I'm not logged in, but I can go ahead and I can see all the different people who have been on. Notice there's people running in the background, but I'm the only recent hit, because this basically flags within the last 10 minutes who's on and who's not. Now it says you must log in before posting messages to the shout box. These shout boxes are an easy way for people to communicate what's going on. I know you can do it and I don't recommend doing this as far as dispatching or anything like that. Now somebody just came in from England, I believe. And, you know, as people come in, sometimes they'll say hi to me, whatever. I had one last night do it. But basically, you go in, you got your different sections. It says welcome to RTS, and I'm not going to read this. Basically, it was a December 9th update that coincided with my change from going from a scheduled system of the RUN8 server to 24/7, which enables anarchy mode when I'm not around or decide that I'm not going to dispatch. It gave me the freedom to basically say, you know, and I was kind of against anarchy at first, and I realize it's become popular. And my whole thing is I want to keep the integrity of my system that's in place, but I was willing to give up a few things like scheduling because it was not working out. And this is a lot. I find this is a lot better. It's a lot more relaxing. I went out to do groceries, and now people are running on a Monday night, which I'm normally not up. So hey, yahoo, that's cool. So it says the welcome December 9th, blah blah blah. Then I got weekly updates here. That goes in here. The top one doesn't change that often. I try not to change it. Should read those, and it always tells you a date if it's changed. This is good to read too. I'm not logged in again, like, you know, Scott had posted a message. The majority of messages I have, but then other members who aren't members or just guests or whatever have come in. You can click on them to find out who they are and their information, what a little bit about them, their initials, etc. But that's basically the home page. Over here, recent forum posts. It's not very active. The last message was posted by me 7 days ago. The blog entries, though, are fairly recent. Now, they don't show the dates. But before I'm logging in here, I'm not going to go to that. I'm going to show you the different sections of the site. You go into the info blog. You just click info blog. As you can see, anybody has access to this. Again, you're not a member. You're just viewing this. You're not decided whether or not you're a member or not, or maybe you are a member. You can view all this information here. On the right hand side are categories. So if you wanted to look at how do I do about membership, you click on membership, and then all of a sudden there's only one blog entry. How to become a member. I get this question all the time. And basically it tells you what you have to do to become a member. It's real simple. It's not that much. The basic requirement that I ask for, and it's in registering, and I'll get to that in a minute, is that I want you to at least try to put your initials in. It's not as important as it used to be, but put some initials in so I can have an identity when you log in. You know, putting aliases in is just too much. Just put your initials in. That way, all the initials come up, and if I was to go to my server over here, you can see it's a little bit bright there. A couple people are chatting back and forth with each other. Shouldn't be more than 5 characters for initials. But anyways, all these categories are here. You can read them all if you want. Up to you. Let me get out of that. Let me go into the train section. This is fairly new. And holy smoke, that's neat. Actually, people are using it. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Scott's been using it. Scott's pretty good about trying different things out. So what this is, I clicked on trains. It basically groups the westbound BNSF or trains that can be spawned from Barstow, the ones that can be spawned from Fleta, and then the ones that can be spawned from Bakersfield. And the idea behind this is to give you a place where you can basically say, okay, I've made this train in Barstow, and Scott has mentioned that here. It can also give you an idea of what has run recently. When you're in anarchy mode, sorry, you basically can see by the dispatcher, the external dispatcher, who is on your system, and you can see their train IDs. Not all the train IDs show up. I got to fix that. But there's some information here, and there's some system things, non-system things. I don't want to get into that right now. Basically, I do have a switching system that's available, and I also have a play area, which I like to call Barstow. And some people like to use, like Scott, he likes to go into Barstow and make up trains without worrying about a system, and that's fine. I want to have it there, but at the same time protect when I want to run switch lists, etc. So these are example trains. When you come in and you're in anarchy mode, it doesn't matter if you're in anarchy mode or not now. There's example times. That's just to give you an idea if you want to follow it and see if those trains have been out there or if they're being run. Go ahead. They tell you which days of the week they run. Everything's real time now. 3 hours less Eastern, so right now it's 6:17 p.m. Eastern, and it's actually 3:17 Pacific. So I am running the Pacific time zone. If you go back to the home page, for example, there'll be there's the IP. There's my IP address, folks, if you ever wanted to know. But you will get that when you become a member, plus the password, which of course I'm not showing you here. But I got a little clock here that tells you, you know, what time it is and what time zone I'm in and blah blah blah. I assume it changes depending on the time zone. I really don't know, but so sorry, clicking the wrong one. Yards. Now, if you go on yards, there's UP and BNSF. There's going to be more. I'm going to put Mojave in there, and I'm going to put a Barstow in there. But if you just click on yards above, this is what you get, and it describes what is system and what is open. It's essential that if you're going to switch, you know the difference. And basically, open means you can go in and do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. System means I want you to follow a switch list. So if you go into yards, now if I was to click BNSF Bakersfield, it shows you a map of the area and what the track numbers are for. It used to show you an actual switch list on here. It doesn't anymore, and there's a reason why I did that. But if you go into UP Bakersfield, once again we have these shout boxes in. Now it says you have to log in, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. I'll show you a little bit more how that works. But anyways, there's the different industries or not industries, the different tracks in and around Bakersfield, UP. And then it shows you an SJVR and UP because they share that yard in Bakersfield. I'll go back into that in a minute. Edison shows you the different industries and some blocking, which I'm going to be changing this. Things change now and then, but that's where you can find that. Documents. I had it disappear for a while. I brought it back. There's a Mojave speed chart under information, and then there's yard list. UP Bakersfield detail, SJVR Bakersfield detail is up as of December 10th, which was early last night. If you go in to view them, and I'm not going to show you how this works, you can see over here, and you can go full screen, blah, 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 print it if you want. I recommend you print it. It will give you the switch list that is current. If there's any changes, it will also tell you. So that's basically in place. Forums, not too many people are using them. It's there if you want to use them. The members list. You can get to see different members, where they're from, age, if they specify, blah, blah, blah. Photos and screenshots. There's some different track diagrams. Tutorials. This is where I'll be posting this tutorial tonight. Right now, this tutorial as far as the switch list tutorial goes. There will be more tutorials. I'll keep on posting tutorials on here. I will make this as easy as possible that I can. So now looking at how much time we have in, because I want to cram as much as I can for the 15 minutes, I've got about a few minutes left. So you log in. Once you register, if you go into the register, it gives you a different thing, or you can connect with Facebook, which might be easier for some. You got to type in these words. You might have to refresh this a few times to get a word you can actually see to type. But basically, it will send an email to you. You confirm it. The important thing is put your initials in the question when it asks you to put initials if you're interested in RTS. And if you haven't done so, you're going to have to send me a private email so that I can change your membership status, so that I know you're indeed interested in RTS and you're just not becoming a member because you want information. That might change in the future. So I'm going to click this login with Facebook. So now it puts my name in there. And as you can see, I can now type. So I'm going to say, filming tutorial right now. And sure enough, it says filming tutorial. If I go now into the various things here, if I go into the yards, and this is where, see, now the boxes are open. It's got my name. I can go in now and I can say if I intend on running that particular yard, because a lot of times even in the external dispatcher you can't tell exactly what people are doing. So the site is very, the site is what it is. It's a web site, and it takes a bit to get used to, and it's more or less available for people to get an eye, to communicate with each other. You can't always communicate. It's difficult to communicate with chat. Although people are doing it, you can keep hearing these little beeps going on, and two people are chatting with each other, and that's great. But right here, if you're going to be communicating, you got two yards that can essentially work with each other, and they can describe here what they intend on doing. And by putting that intent in, you're now basically saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not doing. What else can I do in the last minute here that we've got? We got about 1 minute. So that's pretty much the website. The information is here. Whatever you want, the info blog, all that information is here for you. If there's something you don't understand, go to this homepage and get a membership. If you're getting email blasts, reply to them. I will answer emails, people. I get emails. If there's a problem, just go in here, and if you got a membership, log on, type a comment. I check out all these comments all the time. So if somebody, even if I'm not around, if I get a comment, I'll get back to you. It's not always a thing where I can do it online or if I'm available online. And I want this self-serving so that people can basically, run things by themselves. If they want to switch, know the system is there. They can go into the documents. They can print out a switch list. They can, view the SJVR, for example. They can see, hey, this is a switch list. Okay, this is where the cars are. Okay, this is what I have to do. And then when you're done switching, you can basically, you can basically update that information by going in, back to the yards, and say, this is what I did. I did this or I did that. Anyways, I'm over time, so hopefully this will work. Talk to you later.